Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stupid Top out the third at your service. Now we're going to be talking about this seriously because we want you to know there's a Diesel 10, the third out there. Not me personally, because I already got my personality embedded already. A lot of people make mistakes, right? I understand that there's a lot of people that think, oh, this is true, this is true, blah, blah, blah. It's true. I get the point. Right? People know people. That's correct. Right? A lot of people. My mother is too fucking old. Excuse my language. Doug can't get involved because he's not part of the Thomas and the Magic Railroad, and then it all goes bloody downhill if we all fuck it up. I'm not Diesel 10. Right? I'm the Fat Controller, third gen, plus Thomas the Tank himself. I can't be Diesel 10 because he's been chosen by a different host. Now, a lot of you know Diesel 10 the third has his own protocol on this, and I'm not going to be lying to biting the bush, but I haven't disturbed him, haven't been knocking knocking the problem out. I know a lot of you want everything in one plate. I get it, but there's a lot of things unfolded in truth that unfolds everything, right? We understand the principles. Excuse my French. Let me get my tie back in place. Right? A lot of things that unfold in truth have a little bit of a twist because there's always a problem, right? When you got Diesel 10 on the loose, right? Things will unfold naturally. It's a true story. It's no lies. There's no deceit. There's somebody else got Diesel 10's personality, which is why I'm not intervening. Right? I get that. But there's a lot of reasons why it's unfolded the right way. Right? I keep getting phone calls from my mother saying Dr. Hatt's been a boo-boo job. I said, grow up. You know, when I asked to be realistic, I've been honest with you, right? My mother can't fully understand the situation because she's been through this and she doesn't need it in her head again, right? We all have to understand the principles of moving forward. We want to move forward, we've got to get the story done correctly, right? We all understand that, right? There are things I am not Diesel 10, that's for definite, right? Because if I was, I would done the damage that my father done before, or the other previous host of Diesel 10 did before. I'm not like him. I would not be like him. I'm not him. Why? Because I really done what needs to be done. Why? I get the drill that people need. I get that. But there's a barrier that I can't always go always through directly straight away. Right? There's a time gap between Lady already on the island straight away, and then you've got Thomas a few seconds behind. Right? There's a little bit of a time gap in there, so spread it out a bit. Right? There's patience in play in this. This is not just about trust, honesty, and respect. It's about everything else. Right? I don't want to go to Chroma and find out I've been banned from the pub. Right? You have to be realistic and know that the facts are unfolding the correct way, but it's slowly processing forward. Right? Diesel 10 the third will come and target Lady. That's for sure. But this has happened before and before. I said, you lot have to realise this is a real life event, not a children's story. Right? When I look at myself, I'm the one who's been targeted right now because I'm too honest, being fair, and being factful, being truthful with you. I said, why? Okay, let me give you another hint, another way of thinking of this. I know you can get different ways of understanding around this to get around everything that's unfolding, right? When you deal with Diesel 10 himself, the third, I ain't even gone near him. Why? I left him alone. But if he comes into the picture, we all gonna be fucked. And then everybody will blame the person that got him in back in the picture. So if you work it out, why my mother can't understand it no more because she's bloody gone through this once. You only do it one time and that's it. Right? A lot of people know things from truth, honesty and respect. A lot of us have to keep a low profile all the time. Right? There are things unfolding in truth, yes, but I'm not the bad guy. Right? There are things really can't be explained unless you see it unfold naturally, right? There are things I'm getting a little bit annoyed because I know it's true, I know it's facts, I know it's logic. Right? A lot of people say, why is Diesel 10 not in the picture? But then you gotta work out who's got that personality. It won't be me, because I've already got 3 personalities already. I've got Thomas the Tank, the Fat Controller, and myself. 3 personalities. But realistically, right, I'm not the bad guy. Right? People assume that why is Diesel 10 the primary target at the moment? Right? I won't be able to do anything right now because everything is all throwing the book at Matt, throwing the book at the Fat Controller, throwing the book at Thomas Tank, throwing the book at everybody, at me directly, right? That's what I'm talking about. Realistically, grow up. Why? It's reality, yes. It's happening, yes. It's fact, yes. But lady goes through the buffers first before I even come behind her to say, oh, I've got to safeguard you, which is true. Right? A lot of people think this is BS. I said it isn't. Because what? You know what the bloody problem will be in the end? And people are afraid of this one very deeply. At first, a lot of people thought it was rumours. A lot of people read the book, which I won't lie on. But people don't seem to realise. I said, if we screw this up, the world will explode and fall apart. Why? I know what will happen if we don't get this fixed. Right? When the people got what they bloody need, which is true, I know a lot of people got what they need. I'm not blaming you. That's not the point. You got what you needed, but now the tough bit comes into play. Right? My mother can't seem to understand this. Right? Duck will not understand this because he's not always in the film. So keep that in mind. Right? I'm not gonna bullshit with the bush. When people realise it's all bloody damn true, it's all facts, it's all logic, it's all truth. Right? There are bad people out there that don't deserve that power to begin with. But I'm being honest with you. You see, I can't be Diesel 10, the Fat Controller, and my personal self. It will not work. Because I'm already Thomas the Tank. Because I'm too honest and very upfront and truthful, kind-hearted individual. Right? A lot of people are scared. I get that. People are worried as individuals. People are worried because they got the truth they wanted, but now you've got the consequences. Because when you want something bad enough, you have to be honest with yourself. And that's the thing about people. You know, when you've got something you need, right, don't expect it to come straight away. because it won't happen that quick. Right? People think it's a cuckoo job. I said no. I said it in my last 2 podcasts ago when I told you the actual full story. I said the Cooper family started it, the Cooper family will finish it and reboot the magic because that's what we do. Families do that for a reason. Right? I'm not Diesel 10. That's for definite sure. Right? He will end up feeling like, oh, I'm the best diesel round. And I said, yeah, if we go, you fucking go. Excuse my language. But it's true. I'm not going to be put up with a bunch of amateurs that think they know it all. Right? I get the truth that you tell the truth. You've been honest with me. You've been straightforward with me. Right? My mother doesn't know from Tom, Dick and Harry right now. Right, Dr. Hatt? She's getting too old. She's not getting any younger. If she was younger, yeah, she will pick up some clues and answers herself and realise what the bloody hell's going on. But there are things unfolded in truth that puts me and one other individual in play. But I'm not Diesel 10. You know, when people ask why, because I've been honest and truthful from the beginning. Diesel 10 will lie and be deceitful and unkind in front of you. Right? I don't like that, so I know what's heading my way. He will try and get to me first, which is true. Then he will hit Lady, but a lady's in front of me. Think about it. Like the movie would. So work it out. You got Lady in front of me, 10 years ahead. Then you got me. Then you got Diesel 10 the third behind me. Now work it out. Can you remember the time in the Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie? He stated, I like my engines steamed. And I remember his own quote so long ago. I told you, it's real. But I told him, get away from me, sir. You know what I mean? Not me personally, but you get the point. But realistically, we can't do all of these things in one go. So it has to slow down even further than what it is. So realistically, it's playing out the correct way. Don't make me look like a bad guy because I'm not a bad guy. Then people will ask why. There are a lot of truth to this and a lot of logic in this. Right? The worst scenario you really want on this in real life could be your downfall, our downfall. Right? We don't want that. Nor doesn't my mother. Right? We all knew from day one that it's all going to come out in light. When we all talk about Diesel 10, we know how bad he is. We know he's got Pinky on the loose. Right? If I really want to tell you this in straightforward mouth, I would have been honest with you straight from the horse's mouth. I said I've been too kind-hearted. But I'm strict and stern as well. I'm cocky and jokey, but not the other one. So when you look at yourselves and say, why? 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 And why it's all happening all in truth? I said, look at it. Look the way it's playing out correctly in front of your eyes. People are targeting the wrong people. Right? Which is true. Right? What will happen is, there are people in the Albion that are evil, good as well. So work it out. When I'm in there knowing the truth, what's unfolding the truth, Ask yourself the biggest question. Why is Diesel 10 in your premises? I don't expect myself to go in there, nor I had to drag Lady back out to save her backside. But I'm not like my father at all either. Right? I may have some of his personality, but not Diesel 10. I'm Thomas the Tank Engine, not the other one. I'm also the Fat Controller, the third gen. So work it out. Makes sense, wouldn't it? In logical terms, when people do their research a little bit more and dig a little bit more and figure it out, I've got the Thomas the Tank personality and the Fat Controller third gen. So work it out and move forward. If Lady Hatt and myself were on holiday while all this event occurs, what do you think I'm going to tell you now that will put your eyes in the right place? Right? There's only one way it can go forward, and it will go forward the correct way. Right? I'm not Diesel 10. That's correct. But the other thing is, you got to realise you have to walk the Thomas and the Magic Railroad to realise bing bada boom. There's some truth in there that you're not seeing with your own eyes and ears. When it's shown in real life, it's like saying the old buggers like my mother, excuse my French, dog to a hat, right? When she is not in the picture and people that don't fully understand what the hell's going on, history has a habit of repeating itself for obvious reasons. But this is what the hats have to overcome because it's the truth. I can't be in two places at the same time. So when things tell me why has it had to unfold like this? Why did it unfold like this? What's the world that's been so well and it goes bang forward? Right? Yeah, I have got no problems with the Albion and Crimer. Right? That's fact. But when you're dealing with Diesel 10 the third, I'm not him. Because I'm too honest, too kind-hearted. It's not what I got up here. It's who I know, what I know. But it's not about just that. But people don't realise that I've got my grandfather's knowledge on both sides of the family, might I add, and I also got my great uncle's knowledge on top. So that's the Thomas Tank knowledge. Ding ding. It all adds up. So when you really want something bad enough, you got what you need, but you fucked up another job. Now I've got what you call saying, look, you got Splatter, Dogs, and Diesel 10. Three things, right? And then Splatter and Dogs will come round the corner and see me and Lady on the rails, right? Which is true. Right? I won't lie about this. This is all true. Right? It's going to happen in real life. Regardless if you're Tom, Dick, or Harry. You will be seeing it unfold naturally. Right? Me and Lady will be side by side each other when all of this happens. Right? There are people in the Albion that got Diesel 10's personality. Wake up and smell the damn coffee. Will you? Because it's all true. So there's Diesel 10 the third, Thomas the Tank, and Fat Controller the third. So work out the magic around that little area. You know, it's all true. It's all logic and it's all facts. When you've got Diesel 10, Splatter, and Dogs on top, then you've got Thomas and Lady, what happens? I'm in shock that Diesel 10 wants to get to me and Lady, right? And C Junior and Mr. C said the engine's name is Lady. The engine's name is Lady. Bang, bang. What happens next? Lady goes storming off like she would. So work it out. then they go straight to me to follow suit. Why? Because it's all true in logic. Right? When it all comes in truth, it will unfold naturally, right? The Albion will be the red flag area because it is. Right? You can't argue what's unfolding here. This is a real life event. You can't change what has been said or what's unfolding here. So Diesel the 10 the third is right behind me, obviously. This is what I'm talking about. He will try and cross over that viaduct and he will go bang, bang, wallop. And I'll cross over safe and sound with Lady. So work it out in your heads. There's a little thing in there in your heads, knowing that the fact is there, correct, but what you're seeing, what you haven't seen. Right? People think this is all bullshit. I said there's no fucking bullshit, excuse my language. But it's a fact. It's logic and it's truth. Right? A lot of people have private lives for reasons, right? But we have to go through all of this. Right? We understand I'm the good guy, not the bad guy. Right, the last time I had to deal with a Diesel 10, my father pulled my mum's hair down the bloody driveway and took her in the house, and then my grandfather tried to fight him back, and then I got a fat lip. Bang! Now grow up, and now you got the truth on that one. With this one, I'm not doing the same actions on like he did. Why? Because I'm too kind-hearted. Right? In the end of the day, it's all fact, it's all true, and it's all logic, isn't it? When you're all laughing or joking about this, I said it's real life. Right? People assumed it's a bad thing. No. It's just facts coming out now. All in the real world live event. When it's shown to you, it's going to show you again in the fourth generation, and it's going to show you again in the fifth. And it will all add up. Right? My mother's head is about to explode. And she won't handle this much longer. And she will die on me. Because it's the truth. Then somebody will come up and pick me up. And realise that I've been honest. I will never be dishonest with a woman. Because that's not my routine around it. Right, so when you got Diesel 10 the third on the loose in Sheringham or Cromer, watch out. Because I'll only behind Lady to save her behind, near enough. When it gets to the end of the Thomas and the Magic Railroad, as you know the film quite well, right, we've been through the other shebang, right? Normally I'll be on holiday, blah blah blah. Diesel 10 will be like far behind me, and I'll be behind Lady. Lady will be far ahead of schedule, and she'll cross over that viaduct. I will follow across that viaduct, and then Diesel 10 tries to cross over, and he goes under the water. Bang! So work it out. This time it's happening again, but a little bit different this time. So when Diesel 10 told me that I was gonna go, oh, I like my engine steamed. Right, I know his actual quote, and I told him, back off! And then bang! I'm too bloody honest. When the truth comes out, which it has done, stop picking on me because you have Diesel 10 ruining everything for you. Not me. Why? Because I'm on a safeguard direction. My mother and Doc doesn't know nothing. Because they're never around. They're not in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. So when you watch the movie and get the facts straight, it will all add up. So when the logical facts are there, get real. Because in the day, I am not Diesel 10 the third because I will never be him. I'm not a bad guy. I've just been honest with the world to save our asses. Because there's not many of us left. So if you want something bad enough, now you have to wait for it now. And now you got the truth, you got the logic, and you got the facts. Don't piss it about, because you will end up with something more dangerous than what your money's worth. What will happen is, if you screwed up, why, this is what I'm trying to explain to you, and I warned Mr. C on this as well, and C Jr., so they all are aware of this. They want bullshit with this, or put the bush in the bush. I said to you that Diesel 10 I am not. I am 3rd Gen Fat Controller and Thomas a Tank, as I stated before. So, if I'm Thomas the Tank and the Fat Man, ask yourself, who's Diesel 10 the third then? That will give you a clue and a hint and the answer, because I'm not the bad guy here. People safeguard me for a reason. And that's the reason why. Not just because we're family, friends, or connections. It's everything. When the truth is all there in black and white, when people know people, they know things. Right? Clues are scattered everywhere, and everything is pointing back at me. Why? There's only one person that can save your lives for the world, for the next generation, and the next generation after that. So there'll be 5 generations of my family. So there will be my son and my granddaughter, Emily Helen Hatt. Oh, thanks a lot, Senior Morgan, for giving me the clue and the answer for it. So I'm not a liar, because I'm honest, truthful, and very upfront. I will never lie. So, in the end of the day, people know things, they don't often try to explain it. Like I said, there are facts, there are truth, and there's logic. In the end of the day, you gotta realise to grow up. When Diesel 10 and third comes into that bloody Albion, you're gonna ask me to fight him. And I'll just be running away from him. Why? The action hasn't been done yet, but watch out, because it will show in black and white, and you will see the part of the magic that's already unfolded in front of you. Right? I'm not the bad guy. If I was a bad guy, I would have done something worse than what my mother did, got had before. But I'm not here. I'm not like my father in any direction. So grow up. And thank you very much. And let's be a handle.